Love, peace, light, and darkness. So, family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Jazz. If you're one of my A1 day ones, I love y'all. I miss y'all. Let's tap in, you guys. Let's see what's good, what's tea with these energies that's coming in for us. I have a little download per the title. It's time to be nicer to you. Okay? Y'all be mean to y'all. We be mean to us. Okay, Grand Risings Flower, Grand Risings Q Baby, Grand Risings Claire. I missed y'all too. Grand Risings Victoria. Hey Ta. You said the hair is looking slayed. Don't gas me, because guess what? I did this myself. Okay? This is me. I don't know who I've been thinking I am lately, but my feminine energy, she's feeling herself. She's really feeling herself, you know? But yes, plucked, colored, everything. Y'all, I did that myself. Don't gas me, y'all. Don't gas me. Thank you, Tyler. Grand Rising, Starseed, Michelle. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Holy Day. I want to tap in, y'all. I want to see what's good, what's tea. But first thing first, I want to get into this download. So I humbly ask, on your way in, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you find that my content resonates with your soul. If you don't find that my content resonates with your soul, there's like suggested videos right underneath this one. The algorithm should be suggesting to you things that should be resonating. So we shouldn't stay where we don't belong. Grand Risings, everybody. Y'all be up early with the kid, y'all. We got pajamas on. We still got coffee in the pot. I love this vibe. Yes. So also PSA, you guys, if you want to join us for our 12 p.m. yoga class today, you have time to sign up as late as 1 minute before class starts. Same thing goes for my ladies with packages. You have time to redeem that session as late as 1 minute before that class starts. So let's tap in, y'all. Per the title, it's time to be nicer to you. Grand Risings, Terry. She said team no sleep. So it's time to be nicer to us. We have to be nicer to us. The ancestors were telling me that don't nobody have them expectations of us but us. Don't nobody apply that pressure on us but us. Don't nobody beat ourselves up like that but us. And a lot of us are nice to the people around us, right? So we are the kindest, the sweetest, the most nurturing, the most caring, the most the most bubbly, the most high vibrational. We're the nicest people to everybody else. But when it comes to us though, we leave no room for mistake. Our expectations for thyself is so unrealistic. Okay? And the ancestors is like, that is a blockage. Us not being able to lend ourselves that same compassion that we lend everybody else. Are you doing yoga on here, YouTube, or somewhere else? I missed that. If you look in the community board, sis, or if you just go to the website and you look at the services, you have the option to book any class you want. So yoga is every Friday. For anybody who missed the PSA, yoga right now, I have 2 classes available every Friday from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every Sunday from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys have up until literally like 1 minute before class starts to go ahead and book your session and get your Zoom link. So we're doing it via a group Zoom link. So it's going to be all of us on the screen together, and we'll be all doing yoga together virtually. And it's dope because we be on all different parts of this globe, but we still get to come together. The definition of yoga means union or yoking. And it's beautiful to see how yoga can bring us into union no matter where we are located on this globe. So yes, sis, check out the website or go directly to the community board. You should be able to see the exact information, how to book, all of the details and everything right there. But yes, you guys, the same type of compassion that we are so able to lend to others, I don't feel like we're able to lend to ourselves. Y'all want to know what it is to, not a mother yet, but I was a child, and therefore when I speak about parenthood, I'm speaking from a place of being a part of that equation, maybe not as a parent, but as a child. A lot of my inner overachiever, I believe, was bred from my mom leaving very little room for mistake for me. And damn it, parents want what's best for their kids, but perfection is really unrealistic. And I want all my parents to be more conscious of how you treat your child when they fail, when they make a mistake, when they fall short. Because depending upon how that child is disciplined is going to determine how they face challenges in life and adulthood. Sometimes when you encourage that child that failure is a part of the process, or it's okay to make a mistake because you can learn from it, or experience is the best teacher, this is not an L, you know what I'm saying? Like, versus like, you got to do better, it's in you, I believe in you, you're capable, I won't accept this because I know what you like. I get the parenting concept, but a lot of us, whether we realize it or not, the way that we were taught to fail as a child has bred this inner negative self-talk into our adulthoods as we experience something such as failure, such as downfalls, such as, you know, mountains and trials and tribulations, because how the concept of failure was instilled into us as children. How many of us have failed multiple times in our adulthood? So why are children being disciplined for failure in the magnitude or the manner that we've been bug broken to believe that children are not our property? We don't have to discipline them like that. We don't. You can talk to a child. They're human beings. They're going to be adults one day, someday, just like you. So we can't treat children like they're that property. Like we could whoop their ass and toss them around and take shit from them. Like real shit, y'all. If you fucked around and sent the wrong email or didn't do something right at work and HR called you in the office and put your ass across its knee and start whooping that ass, y'all, this is the equivalent. Like, this is the equivalent to what the fuck we think we could do with children, because that's what we be doing. We be fucking kids up thinking that failure, in order to succeed, you're gonna have to fail. You hear me? So, whereas you might have to face 10 no's, you only need one yes. So we have to be prepared for failure. And we have to know how to talk to ourselves when we experience failure or when we're faced with a trial or a tribulation. But a lot of the negative self-talk that we have cultivated within ourselves is actually stemming from a representation of what we believe we're supposed to hold ourselves according to, and that stems from our childhood, that stems from our parents. How did your parents allow you to fail is really going to determine how you allow yourself to make mistakes in your adulthood. So yes, I'm not a parent, and I understand everybody that I know that's a parent be like, Jazz, you say all this shit till you have kids, and I might be saying all this shit till I have kids. I will give y'all that. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, a lot of the disciplinary action that we choose to take towards our children is rooted in slavery. Period. Pooh. A lot of the disciplinary action that we choose to take towards our children, from yelling, screaming, ass whoopings, is rooted in slavery. When you didn't do something right, master beat the shit out you. Or your ancestors. Shit, we are our ancestors. It ain't nothing new under this sun. It ain't nothing but reincarnation occurring as we speak. So I want y'all to pay attention to how we continuously act out and perpetuate the very same things that we claim we don't like or care about. We just passing it on to the next generation, to the next generation. So depending upon how we breed these kids to fail is going to determine how they speak life or death into themselves in the future. A lot of you guys are your own worst enemies. It ain't no Satan. It ain't no devil. It ain't no motherfucking Lucifer after your ass. Lucifer and Satan and the devil be looking at you like, nah, champ, that's all you. You be standing in your own way. You be negatively self-talking yourself. You be talking yourself out of shit. You be letting your own fears that are valid, that are there. Fear is valid. Fear is a part of our shadow. Fear is here to tell you, God damn it, it's danger. I want you to see this danger. I don't want this danger to blindside you. I need you to be aware of this danger, but y'all let fear stop you. Spirit wants you to grab fear by the hand and keep it pushing, keep it moving. Be like, all right, fear, if you with the program, keep calling that shit out. But I gotta keep on going. So I need you to keep seeing ahead of me. I need you to keep telling me what's ahead of me. But sometimes fear will come in and it will stagnate us. And that's why if the devil was so powerful, why the fuck he gotta be a liar? The only thing the devil can do is stagnate you. What God giveth, no man can take. If no entity, no deity can take it. So if it's something, if it's a blessing with your name on it, the only thing the enemy can do is stagnate you. It can't take what God giveth. There's certain things in this world that God gives us that no man, no deity, no entity can take it. So if this energy was so powerful, why does it have to lie to you? If you really got that power, tell me the truth and still show me what you're capable of. The devil has no power. The enemy has no power. Whatever you reference that opposition or that opposing energy really has no power unless it's the power that you give it. So you are your own worst enemy right now in any aspect of life. Spirit wants us to take a really, really deep look at it and ask ourselves, it's nobody else to blame. It's you. What was our last reading for full moon in Leo? Am I the problem? Is it me? Sometimes. Maybe. Not all the time. Not in every situation. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I just been sleeping wrong. Or I need new pillows. I don't know. My neck just... I don't know. Whew. I might need a massage. Fuck. Maybe a stretch before bed. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I should do yoga late at night versus early in the morning or midday. That might help. But my body just feels like everything is just tight. Like I just need a good rub down. Good rub down. But yes, you guys. So I know we're bouncing, but it's all relevant. So from the childhood failure, disciplinary action, and how it evolves into the adulthood self-talk and how you allow yourself to fail or succeed and how you treat yourself when that happens, to you being the person that you fear the most, you being the enemy that you rebuke. Some of y'all rebuking yourself. Some of y'all out here rebuking you though. It's nothing else or anything else standing in the way. All your ancestors watching you rebuke some shit. And they like, the only problem is you though. And you got to deal with you. That's why it's better for y'all to get to know your demons in this timeline versus trying to rebuke some shit that belongs to you. That's a part of you. That is you in a sense. That what you rebuking? My nigga, if you like it here, you gonna have to pay some bills. That's just how me and the demons work at this point. If it's comfy, if I make a good bed and I keep a nice home for you to stay put, I'm gonna need you to keep your keep. You gotta contribute to this some way, somehow. Let's go to the drawing board. Let's see where you fit into this equation. I'm done trying to rebuke this shit. I'm sorry. Yes, CL, demons get information. Like y'all gotta get with this program. You wanna know what happens when you do that? They be so happy. They feel seen, they feel heard, they feel like you not defying their character no more. They not out here breaking bread with your enemies because your enemies, demons, acknowledge them more than you do. They not, come on now. That's how the darkness will fuck you over when you fuck with it. The darkness will wreak havoc in your life if you don't understand it for what it truly is and the part that it's supposed to play for you, or how it's supposed to act out, or what it's genuinely here to do. So yes, it's okay to fail. It's only going to take one time for you to succeed. But it might take like 10 for you to fail. And that's why experience is the best teacher. And we should never deny ourselves of the experiences that put us in the places to meet the teachers that give us the lessons that allow us to evolve in life or ascend in life. Some of y'all be letting fear stagnate you. And that's the only problem. Fear is not the problem. Fear is so valid. Fear is so necessary. Fear is literally just your shadow being like, watch out, look forward, eyes open, okay? We need that sometimes. But the fucked up part about it is some of us don't realize we can manifest our dreams, but we can also manifest our fears. So if you don't formulate a better relationship and ideology with fear and what it's here to do, you will find yourself in a constant loop of manifesting your fears. Oh shit, I don't know how I'm gonna pay these bills. Bills don't get paid when you think like that. Oh, I hope I don't get in a car accident. Lo and fucking behold, your ass done crashed. I hope, come on now. We can manifest our biggest dreams and hopes, but if we don't have the same relationship with fear that we have with our dreams and our hopes, which is just an understanding, you can manifest them fears too. So look at fear for what it is and don't let fear stagnate you. The ancestors told me you're supposed to grab fear by the hand and make it journey along with you. You like this program, you like this house that I keep? It's comfy here? Then you need to get with the program. Cause we going this way. You don't want to go this way? You guys stay. You coming this way? Jump, we got room? Let's go. Carpool energy, okay? All of them can come along. We got room for all the vibrations, you hear me? And that's how much light that our vessels can hold. That's just how powerful we are. We got room for all the vibrations. And the higher frequency you move up, the more space that you are making for more vibrations. Each frequency got its own set of vibrations. There's some vibrations y'all haven't even been introduced yet because you not divinely timed to evolve to that frequency for another year, another 2 years, whatever the case may be. I think that's the download though. I want to pull cards. I want to tap in. Let's see what's good with tea. When I say my neck is hurting so bad, I've been trying to just do these little neck circles. I also found this exercise that releases the vagus nerve. I don't know. It's like up in here. What is that, like the lymph node area, y'all? It's all up in here. What is this? I plucked the shit out this lace. Get into it. Like, I be sleeping on myself. Y'all gotta understand, hair was my first license. So I was my mom's apprentice. I was a shop baby. So as a child, my mom had her chair and I had my little mannequin and everything like that. And then in school, I was doing the braids and the cornrows and the retwisting of the locks and stuff, just little basic shit. So one of my first licenses I got was hair and I never used it. Just like one of my first degrees was fashion marketing and merchandising and I never really used it. So I'm finally getting a degree right now that I'm going to use that's in my current field of health and wellness. And I'm going to put forth and you guys get to benefit from it. And I'll let y'all know what that is once I graduate. But yes, I plucked the shit out this lace. I just want to get into it. Like, I still got it. I still got it. You know what I'm saying? How about the color? Can we get into the color? Because, bitch, get into the customness. It's giving customness. It's giving none of you hoes got this. I love it. I love it. Let's get into this color. It's giving like a number 6 with a little 27 highlight. You hear me? It's giving like a tritone. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. I love it. I love it, y'all. We went from the big afro to the texturizer. That's what it's giving. We went from the big ass afro and I just slapped some PCJ just for me, you know, for like 20 minutes, then let it sit all the way. That's all. That's all it's giving. All right, y'all, let's bless this reading. Grand Risings, Kayla, welcome on in. Ancestors, speak to our hearts, speak to our souls. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ascended masters. Mother God, Father God, I ask that you utilize me as a humble vessel. Fill me up with divine love, divine light, divine lessons, divine blessings, divine guidance, and divine intuition for myself and for my beautiful soul family. I ask that you fill us up until we overflow, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Ashe to the ancestors. Ayi Bobo to my lineage. And Amun to the originals. I feel like I'm still not done with the download. Some of y'all be really mean to yourselves. Imposible. Some of y'all be really, really mean to yourselves. And spirit is like, when was the last time you looked in the mirror and was just like, hey, beautiful, hey, gorgeous. You're doing a great job. I see your everyday efforts. Your best is more than enough. You are so worthy. That's what I'm talking about. Some of y'all be so mean to yourselves. Y'all don't do something on time and it's like, fuck. You could have done better. You should have did this. You should have did that. Like, okay, when you hear mean, it don't mean that you calling yourself broke, busted, and disgusted every day. It's just the way that you treat yourself in comparison to the way that you treat other people, and the type of compassion and empathy that you lend other people in comparison to the compassion and empathy that you lend yourself. Making you and yourself a ritual out here. The things you do for yourself, the things you watch, the things that you surround yourself with, people, places, and things. This is how you be nicer to yourself. Some of you guys need to consider how you can just be nicer to yourself. Y'all be really mean to y'all. I'm not where I want to be in life. I should be here by now. I'm hearing all this shit in the trenches, in the ethers, in the shadows. Like, it's just like piled up, like things that we just be putting on thyself and expecting thyself to rise above the weights that we're placing on it. Like, look at all of the weights that we've placed on thyself in comparison to the expectation we have for us to evolve and ascend. We got 88 people in the building. We only have 56 thumbs up. Y'all don't love me? 57 thumbs up. I love it. I love to see it. I love to see it rise. I humbly ask 58 thumbs up. I love to see it rise. I humbly ask on your way in. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you find that my content resonates with yourself. You said, Jazz, you may not have children, but your message is rooted in ancient wisdom and conscious facts. I have children and I understand this message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for validating that. Because one thing that I've learned over the past couple of years, I may not have children, but god damn it, my maternal energy, believe it. My maternal energy, she ready, okay? She ready, she practiced, all right? She's well practiced. The people that I've taken care of may not be children to me. I may not have birthed them out my womb, but I want all of my divine feminines to just consider them brothers, them sisters, them cousins, shit, them parents that you might be adulting and raising and parenting in your adulthood. That's your maternal energy. So thank you so much for validating that. But I feel the need to make the disclaimer sometimes because my friends be like, bitch, you say that shit till you have kids. And I don't want to invalidate that. I really don't. I don't want to invalidate the fact that I don't have these motherfuckers running around every goddamn day. Because it might really be fuck these kids one day. It might really be, that might be the vibes. If I got to deal with y'all on a 24-hour consistent basis, all right, I love y'all to death, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, it might be fuck these kids. And I get that, moms. I get that, dads. I do not fault y'all. I don't. You can't. Parenting is a full-time job that you don't get paid for. How many of us gonna go clock in if we knew that wasn't our hourly rate? Stop playing games, all right? So some days, I get that. And that's why I make the disclaimer. So thank you so much for validating my maternal energy. But I know I gotta make that disclaimer because some of this shit that I'm saying is from a place of, I ain't got these motherfuckers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No compensation, for real, you hear me? Just a broke best friend. Like, come on, who the hell? Don't nobody want a broke best friend all the goddamn time. Every once in a while, that's cool. That's why rich auntie vibes don't sound too bad. I ain't gonna hold you. It don't sound too bad sometimes. You need a break? Bitch, bring them for a weekend. What time you coming on Sunday? What's 6 p.m.? No problem. Friday through Sunday, I'm good for it. I'm so good for it. Give me a Friday through a Sunday. I'll give you a break. All right, y'all. Did we bless this reading? My neck hurts so bad. I feel like that's all I can focus on. I can't wait for yoga at 12 with y'all. We'll be doing all types of neck circles and shit. Y'all will be doing that shit right along with me. We got a hip opening practice today, though. A lot of hip opening. We store a lot of emotions in our hips, just like we store we store a lot of trauma in our deep tissues. So that's why in class, if y'all notice, I make y'all use y'all yoga mat as like a roller. A lot of the time it's to get that trauma while we target certain things. We be rolling out things. Did we bless the reading though? Do y'all know? Because I really can't remember. We did, Terry? We blessed the reading? Okay. What y'all know about that Guyad? I need to take my ass to Haiti. Hopefully Jamaica give me what I need though. I feel like it is. We distant cousins. It's gonna give me what I need. It's gonna get me right. Ancestors, what are we looking forward to? What energies are we looking forward to right now? What's ahead of us? What do you have in store for us? What are we looking forward to? What are we looking forward to? What energy is ahead of us? What should we be expecting? What are y'all conjuring in the ethers? What's on its way? What's on its way? Speak to our hearts. Speak to our souls. The divine masculine. They be on their best bullshit, right? Let me tell y'all how. Let me tell y'all why. I was literally like, oh, I haven't done a love reading in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Shit, I don't think I've done a love reading since last year. And I was literally contemplating and debating because I'm like, bitch, it's Valentine's Day on Tuesday. Give the people what they want. And I literally told them, I'm like, look, at this rate and at this point, y'all gonna throw in the reading. Yes, Derico, you would pop in at this moment. You always pop in when they do this shit. I'm in my head like, all right, if that's what y'all want to talk about, y'all want to throw it in the reading. Show your ass, why don't you, right? Okay. The divine masculine. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. 'Tis the season, right? So y'all have these. It's a wave of divine masculines, and the emphasis is on the word divine, divine masculine. That's Thoth. Thoth didn't want to be the best human possible. Thoth didn't want to be the best man possible. My man Thoth was trying to be a god on earth, a god amongst men, okay? Thoth was trying to reach a certain level of self-mastery within thyself that heaven gets conjured on earth. The afterlife is not something that you wait upon, okay? And it's a difference. Some of y'all had this counterfeit version. This year is introducing you to the real deal. And you're going to notice the difference between a masculine energy and a divine masculine energy. And I feel like this is what is ahead of us. It's the evolution of the masculines coming from this worldly place into this more spiritual divine place as a result of this integration of femininity, this balancing act of femininity. I really want to see what Thoth's message is, though. Let's see. Maybe I am getting sick, because if it's my lymph nodes area, and I feel a little congested. Where's Thoth? Okay. Be a conduit for awakened masculine energy. Heal the father wound. I felt that. This is like awakened masculine energy. Grand risings, Emily. Welcome on in, goddess. Thoth was a high priest in Atlantis before becoming Tahuti, ancient Egyptian god of magic, wisdom, writing, and knowledge. In art, he was often depicted with the head of an ibis, his sacred animal. As scribe to the gods, the ancient Egyptians attributed him all works of science, religion, philosophy, and magic. The ancient Greeks called him Hermes and worshipped him as the inventor of astronomy, astrology, mathematics, and every branch of knowledge, human and divine. Thoth holds the divine masculine essence, where being active, purposeful, strategic, and logical synergizes with a healing sacred purpose. Thoth is stewarding a conscious, heart-opening, soul-aligned masculine awakening. I felt that. These niggas is waking up. Like, I felt that. Like, for real though, y'all. Like, this is like a... mass awakening that's occurring in the collective. Or it's not for divine feminines, though. These men is just waking up. It's rapid. There's a rapid awakening. All of a sudden, your masculine is in tune with your emotions and vulnerable with your feelings and protecting that vulnerability and the spirit. That's what it's given. It's given like there is this deeper connection between the spirit. The divine masculine is craving spiritual sex. He don't want these one night stands. He don't want these casual experiences. He's craving something that he's connected to differently. And I feel like this is new to them. You hear me? Like the way that they value the divine feminine, the way that they value themselves. You know, they've just went through this process of a whole lot of unlearning and relearning. Some of y'all divine masculines was in them books heavy, watching these podcasts heavy, going to these seminars heavy. And it's like, God damn, that shit look good on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the work is working. Whatever the divine has been doing for them, it's definitely showing up. I like this energy, y'all. Your purpose is to activate the divine masculine on earth. This mission will take you into numerous life lessons and personal trials as you heal your own heart and awaken to your spiritual wisdom. You have the capacity to lead by example and become a noble teacher for others. When Thoth appears, it's a powerful message of healing through personal responsibility and stepping up to sacred duty. You're healing wounded masculine energy, which shows up frequently in men, but can be present in women or other gender identities. Examples of wounded masculine energy are fear of being vulnerable, living only in your head, inability to be present, numbing yourself with addictions, being ego-driven, controlling or dominating others, and emotional unavailability. Let's say that again. I don't know why. Examples of wounded masculine energy are, and mind y'all, they said, some of us feminines are living this out. So this is not just a message of healing for people who are biologically male. This is a message of healing masculine energy that we all possess internally. Examples of wounded masculine energy are fear of being vulnerable, living only in your head, inability to be present. Ooh, baby, that's me. That's me. I'm guilty. Numbing yourself with addictions, being ego-driven, controlling or dominating others, and emotional unavailability. A soul teacher is coming into your life embodying divine masculine qualities. Clear communication. Come on now. Let's get into the divine masculine qualities one time. Clear communication, self-inquiry and understanding, connection to emotions, reverence for the awakened feminine, responsibility for actions, and connection to spirit. Ashe. Ashe, Thoth, you better read us for filth. Drawing this card can point to healing the relationship with your father. This will help you claim your soul's purpose. Ooh, some of y'all needed to hear that. Have you ever considered the only thing standing in between you and your soul's purpose is that father wound? Have you fathomed that the moment that you genuinely journey through that father wound and properly give it the TLC and the healing that it deserves, that every other door opens up from you from that point forward? The key that you need to every other door is within that father wound. Should I hear that the key that y'all need to every other door for some of y'all is within that mother wound? Have y'all ever fathomed that journeying through that parental wound holds the keys that you've been searching for? You're trusted and appreciated. Your awakened masculine light is needed by the world. The additional meanings is this is a message of love from your father. That is for somebody whose father has passed out here. You can trust the man about whom you're inquiring. Whew. Join or lead a men's or male identifying spiritual growth group. That's for my divine masculine. Join or lead a men's or male identifying spiritual growth group. Our mantra, my life is guided by the eternal masculine. I commit to this path. I'm not saying that 3 times because y'all know what it is. My life is guided by the Most High, and I commit to that path. My nigga, I'm sorry, I can't. Y'all know usually we take the mantras and we 3-time that shit so they know it's real. That is not my mantra to speak into my life. Not at this phase in my life. I'm committed to the Most High, and I follow that path first and foremost. Now, this divine masculine coming to my life, and the plan and the path that he's showing me looks a little similar or identical to the one that the Most High done showed me. Let's talk. We could talk. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. I like that. I see that. I seen something similar to that. Let me see it closer. Let me read the fine print and let me see. But until then, that's the only path I'm committed to. Ashe, ashe, ashe. What do we need to let go of, ancestors? Speak to our hearts, speak to our souls. What do we need to remove? What do we need to let go of? Ooh, we got 2. Okay, some of y'all need to let go of that cognitive dissonance, baby. Aditi, look how gorgeous she is. But she says, expand your consciousness. Some of y'all are holding on to a certain belief. Some of y'all are holding on to a certain ideology. Some of y'all are holding on to something that is being presented with truth or facts. And you need to allow the truth or the facts to penetrate your vessel. Or this code, this download, this upgrade. Some of you guys are stagnating yourself because you won't allow your consciousness to expand. You are still somewhat, unfortunately, boxing in the creator. And that's why the creator can't do but so much work through you. Because in order for you to be filled up, you need to have room. You need to get rid, control, alt, delete a lot of the programming that's already in there so the divine can give you new light codes, new dark codes. The divine can now expand your consciousness a little bit. So y'all want to be filled up. Fill me up to your overflow. What are you getting rid of? Because the universe is like a drive-through. You putting in the order, but when you get to the window, it's an even exchange here. How are you paying? How are you going to pay? How are you willing to pay? So if a lot of you guys are looking for enlightenment, make room for the light to come in. Make room for it. Cognitive dissonance is a motherfucker, and it hurts. It hurts. It hurts like hell. It hurts. I get it. Y'all, if this journey was easy, don't y'all think everybody would be doing it? Why are we the 1%? Why are we the black sheep? Why are we the minority in the population that's choosing this path of expanding our consciousness? Because we get to these places where we get sent into these rabbit holes. And in order to graduate into the next rabbit hole, you got to let that cognitive dissonance do what it's supposed to do. It's something that happens when that brain is triggered by these pain receptors. Growth happens. Growth happens. That's why no woman is the same after childbirth. Because growth has happened in your spirit, in your mind, in your body. Okay, baby? It's something that happens when them pain receptors get triggered. So let the cognitive dissonance hurt. I know you looking at your whole life like, fuck, I've been lying to myself. The world has lied to me. My parents lied to me. Their parents lied to them. That shit hurts, y'all. You got to tell your mind that something that's been believing for 20, 30, 40 plus years just ain't fucking true. I get it. So you just got to pick your poison now. You want to stay a part of this world, or you want to be in this world and not of it? In order to be in this world but not of it, you have to expand your consciousness. Leah also came out and said, stand your ground. And I just heard boundaries. That's what y'all need to let go of. This lack of boundaries. That's also something. Also here, some of y'all need to stand your ground as you expand your consciousness, because just because you may be surrounded by people that aren't like-minded individuals don't mean that you got to tuck your tail and bite your tongue in the midst of conversations where people are debating you or combating you. One thing for sure, two things for certain: God don't need nobody to fight for it. God don't need me to defend it. God don't need me to debate with you about it. And if anybody is making you feel like you got to stand your ground about your beliefs or your ideologies, that's not a person that you need to be having a conversation with. That's not a person that you need to be trying to defend God towards. Let your God be your God and let my God be my God. My God don't need me to defend it. Some of y'all need to stop trying to defend your beliefs or defend your ideologies and realize, like, I've already made a conscious decision. I am not going back and forth with a Christian. I'm gonna forever say something stupid, y'all. That dog don't bark. Because the moment you start pulling out scripture to come at me about everything, you saying something stupid now. We are not actively debating. We are not logically debating. That book was written from the perspective of many men. So why can't I write the book of fucking Jasmine? These motherfuckers was living in a different timeline as us, and we sitting here taking verbatim what the fuck they was saying, and how the hell are they channeling God, but I can't? Because Moses was a murderer. Wasn't David a drunk, or Peter was a drunk? Abraham almost murdered his fucking son, and you mean to tell me that these people could be used, but I can't? I can't, because I'm not a saint. And they was all fucking sinners. So I'm not arguing. This is just an example. I'm not arguing with no Christians, especially if your only rebuttal is this book, this Bible. We ain't using logic. I ain't about to argue with you. I ain't arguing with you. That dog don't bark. We saying stupid shit now. You said something stupid, so I said something stupid. And we just gonna keep saying something stupid until we incorporate some logic into these conversations. If people are not trying to incorporate logic into these conversations, because understand me, a good debate is thought-provoking. A good debate is consciousness expanding. A good debate where we can flow and we can throw facts and information and logic, and we could bounce ideas off each other. And I like that shit. I like that shit. I'm all here for that shit. I'm really am. But if it's not a logical conversation, I ain't gonna argue with you. Some of y'all need to take that same perspective and stop arguing with people that you know good and goddamn well you need to be saying something stupid to. Because that's all that come out their mouth. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, baby. I don't know. You said something stupid, so I said something stupid too. And I just you said, and Christians ignore the monsters in the Bible. They sure do, y'all. They sure do. At the end of the day, a lot of Christians don't read the Bible. That's the sad, harsh truth. So it's blindsided faith. My mama believed this, so I'm gonna believe this, and then here we are in this timeline where we are not blindsided. We are faithful beings. We are faithful people. We have strong devotion and faith in our belief systems, but it's not blindsided no more. Open eyes, full eyes, clear vision with our faith. You hear me? So the harsh reality of it is, nowhere in that Bible did Jesus ever ask to be worshipped. Also, nowhere in that Bible did Jesus ever claim to be God. Because if Jesus claimed to be God, then why every time he referenced my Father, our Father? We can't be blindsided with our faith. That man is not Lord. He already said that he had a father. We had a father. We had a power that was greater than all of us. And every time he needed help, or he fell short, or who did he call on? His father. He ain't call on himself. He ain't get down on his knees and say, Yeshua. No. He called on the person that he knew that was greater than thee. So Y'all know I always tell y'all we gods, but with a lowercase g. Don't ever get this shit fucked up. It's always a power that's greater than thee. And it's good to remain humble in that manner and never allow the ego to get too big with the idea of being a co-creator. Because then that can easily graduate into wanting to be a creator. And we can see how that has manifested in our world with the powers that be that are so infatuated with trying to be God. By any means necessary, from opening portals to manipulating time to controlling domination over people. And that's not in us. That's not what we trying to do. We just trying to co-create some shit that the creator has created. We not trying to create some new, like, I'm good with the timeline that I'm in. I'm good with the paradigm that I'm in. I'm good with the universe that I'm in. We don't need to be jumping timelines and universes and creating our own shit. And nah, I'm good with just knowing that the universe got here. I don't need to be trying to recreate the Big Bang Theory and fuck some shit up because I don't know what I'm doing. Nah, like, I'm good. We good over here. We straight with co-creating, not creating as a whole. But yes, when it comes to boundaries, you guys, some of you guys need to assert yourself, okay? Some of y'all need to assert yourself. You said tarot equals Jesus? I'm gonna need you to elaborate. Like, I think that's very interesting. I never thought about that, but can you like break that down? That went over my head a little bit. Y'all want to know where my weirdo be going? I think Yeshua was a woman, and I think Mary Magdalene was in a lesbian relationship, and I think, come on now, I think that was what started patriarchy as we know it. All of the stories changed as a result. Come on, you gotta look at the way he took care of the village. That was not like a man. Jesus went to people messing with women and was like, I'ma get you. He went to people messing with kids, I'ma get you. He went to people messing with men, I'ma get you. God gonna get you. That sound like a... What that sound like? Why they hate Mary Magdalene so much? Because they was really having orgasms. They was really happy as fuck. They was really... Come on, that's why patriarchy hates lesbianism so much. Is because they know they really having orgasms. Bitches out here fucking niggas thinking they really getting sexual pleasure, and lesbians is out here like, bitch, you don't know what you missing. They really having orgasms. They're really in tune with each other's bodies. They really study one another. They're really into pleasuring one another. It is not one-sided. They understand there's no such thing as a vaginal orgasm. How the hell can a penis head and a clitoris have so much nerve endings that to the fucking touch, it's that sensitive to the touch? But you mean to tell me a vaginal canal that goes through labor, your vagina goes from this to this when it's crowning, when it's pushing out a baby, we supposed to get pleasure through that part of the body? If there were that amount of nerve endings in the vaginal canal, giving birth would feel like death. There would be no natural birth whatsoever. We would need medication in order to give birth. But the reality of it is there are no nerve endings in the vaginal canal. We be taking dick and moaning and doing all this other big wild shit for what? Like, for what? Like, granted, there are certain sensory nerves that are connected to your cervix from the clitoris, and that's why if a nigga know where your G-spot is, you gonna feel the I call it the floodgates. You gonna feel the liquid, the amrita, the female ejaculation starts to build up in the cervical area. And that's because the G-spot is located near the cervix, and the nerve endings from the clitoris is connected internally to the cervix. But you mean to tell me all that pounding that happens and all of the pain that happens during childbirth, that the vaginal canal is supposed to give me a climax? It's supposed to give me an orgasm. It ain't no fucking... That part of the body is supposed to not feel shit. It's supposed to... So yeah, y'all. I know we got sidetracked. I started saying Yeshua was a woman and was married and was in a lesbian relationship with Mary Magdalene. I'm just saying, ask your ancestors about it, because history is written by the victors, not the victims. And that's why it ain't no goddamn woman that are being taught to us in his story. Where the fuck is her story? All I see throughout his story is how they demonized, how they ridiculed, how they chastised the divine feminine, how they put her almost as if she was invisible. So you mean to tell me all y'all niggas got here through her womb and nowhere in his story did y'all write about her? If you jealous, just say that. If you jealous, just say that. We can work on it. That's how we heal this shit. Because I'm sorry, I can read all about it. I can hear all about it. And the further back I go, it just looked like some men woke up one day and was like, man, fuck these women. Giving birth and shit. They bleed every month without dying and shit. Man, fuck them. Why we don't bleed every month? Why we can't push out a baby? Why we... It's given. If you jealous, just say that shit. Y'all know how many men right now are walking around jealous of the evolution of women? Some of y'all fucking these niggas. Some of y'all are fucking these niggas. Y'all know how many men right now? They watching you go to school. They watching you work a job. They watching you take care of the kids. They watching you take care of the home. They watching you apply for new jobs to make more money. They watching you get certifications out the ass. They watching you stay up late. They watching you get up early to finish homework and do all this other shit. And what the fuck they do? Make excuses for every good and goddamn thing that they supposed to be doing in their life. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll probably be jealous too. Think about it. Take a second. I'd probably be. So I think where we went left in history is men stopped realizing that they come from us. Therefore, everything that they see in us, they are also capable of. But we allow biological differences to create a divide between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And in this paradigm, what we're realizing is in order for them to come back together, we had to do it internally within ourselves first. So here it is, biological females are integrating their masculine energy. And here it is, biological men are integrating their feminine energy. So universally, what's going to happen is that yin and that yang. There is going to be no separation. There isn't going to be a harsh line that divides us. There's going to be this ebb and this flow that allows us to constantly move in and out and flow with one another again. But somewhere throughout history, man, I promise you, the jealousy was real. Because people only fear what they can't control. And baby, that dark feminine is chaotic. That dark feminine is chaotic as fuck. We need her. We need her. We all do. We need her. But can we keep it a G? That dark feminine is chaotic as fuck. That dark emotion is what they harvest. That is her. That's her energy. Because the dark feminine is the most powerful commodity we have available to this planet as far as energy goes. That dark, raw emotion. So, yeah, thank you, Jay Chalice. You said I need to spread more messages like this. I keep going. I don't know if y'all could see. I keep going in and out, and I'm like, what am I talking about? I'm trying to pick up the deck and talk about another card. They are adamant on me talking about this. I don't feel like it's me talking about this at this point, but somewhere throughout history, the divine masculine forgot that he came from her. And I believe she created him to hold more DNA than she could herself. Through the act of parthenogenesis, I believe the divine feminine split her DNA accordingly to assist her with the evolution of humanity, not to erase her from the evolution of humanity. And I think that's why men feel this need to protect and provide, protect and provide, protect and provide so much, because God damn it, you come from her. You can't, no matter what you've been told, forget that. She is to be protected and provided for because you come from her. She made you. You wouldn't be here without her. And I believe that that protection and that provision is rooted in a deep respect that masculinity has for femininity, because its existence wouldn't be here without her. It is genuinely a part of her DNA structure, DNA code, prior to her deciding to separate the DNA, to hold more light, to hold more information. I'm wrapping now. We got more questions to ask. What are we actively healing? This is a new question I threw in there, y'all. You said belittling the divine feminine keeps us from collectively conjuring. We gotta be somewhere. We gotta be something to how our cycles sync. I don't understand. Belittle the divine feminine keeps us from collectively conjuring. Gotta be something to how our cycles sync. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah, it does keep us from actively, well, the lack of unity, you guys, whether we realize it or not. Every man is fending for themselves right now. On my flag, it says union fait la force. And I believe that that is like a gem. It is a hidden gem. Unity makes strength. Everybody out here solo dolo, hyper independent, trying to do it on their own so they could say they did it by themselves, when the harsh reality of it is human beings are animals. And when you look at every other animal in the animal kingdom, they typically come out knowing how to do what they're going to be great at. Let's look at the horse, for example. As soon as a horse comes out, what does it do? It stands on its own too. It learns immediately how to stand up, because one of the most majestic things it's going to be able to do in its adult life is run its ass off, like the stallion that it's born to be. Another thing, when you look at the species of, when you look at the water species, sharks, dolphins, fish, as soon as they come out, what the fuck they know how to do? Swim immediately. It's just second nature. They know how to maneuver in their habitat, because one of the most beautiful things they're going to know how to do is swim that whole entire fucking ocean and explore it and do all of the things. So when human beings come out, what do we immediately do? What is in our DNA code to know how to do immediately? We cry, we yell, we scream, because one of the best things that we're going to know how to do is ask for help. Spirit teaches that to you before you know words. That baby comes out crying and screaming and yelling, because one thing that human beings know how to do best, or should know how to do best, is ask for help. When we need help, we need to ask for help. And that's why on the Haitian flag it says union fait la force, because none of us were sent here to do this shit alone. Not when it's billions of us around. You can't tell me that this was a solo mission. This is a collective mission. And we need to learn how to rely on each other again. We need to tap back into that tribal consciousness that makes us feel rest assured in our village, rest assured in our communities. And we need to build the communities back up to have that level of security and reliability again. But none of us should be having to do this on our own. None of us should feel like we're doing this by ourselves. We need to actively find some type of unification, at least realizing we got the same spirit, at least realizing we got the same DNA structure. We're all fucking Homo sapiens. None of us can even unite on anything. Not the black community just recognizing we got the same skin color and the same history and the same culture. Not just human beings, men and women coming together, just recognizing we're equal and we got the same, wants and goals for the future. There is no unification on this planet. We have been divided and separated by gender, by classism, by elitism, by racism, by ageism. We separated the elders and the youth. They're so far apart. Everything has been structured to create division strategically, because the powers that be understand that union fait la force. Union makes strength. If these motherfuckers come back together, now what? Now what can we do? Now what do we do? Because there's power in numbers. Everybody's ancient text tells us this. So we got to keep them divided. We got to keep the Jews over there and the Hebrew Israelites over there and the Christians over there and the Nation of Islam over here, because even though they got the same idea, we can control them separate, but let these motherfuckers bring their resources together. God damn it, that's beyond our control. Gotta keep the men and the women separated and cause these gender wars and create these divides. And because if these people come together and they start working together, men and women start coming together, then I don't know if we're going to have this control, this power, and this domination over them. We got to keep the elders separated from the kids, because if the elders school these children like they used to back in traditional times and be their teachers again and give them all of this wisdom that stem from their experiences, guess what them elders going to do? They're going to prevent them children from having to go through some of the shit that they had to go through, learn some of the lessons that they had to learn, and they're going to create kids that's ready for the future. Kids that are the future. They're going to get them right for the future. But nah, kids don't respect tradition and elders don't respect innovation no more, man. This shit is so strategic. It's so strategic. Colorism is a divide. Racism is a divide. This shit is so strategic. I'm trying to tell y'all. What do reactively healing ancestors? They sure did a number on us, Derica. They sure did. They sure did a number on us. But I tell you right now, if you in this paradigm, if you in this timeline, black sheep, baby, this is your generational curse to break. And don't ever discredit your mama's generational curse that she broke and your grandmama's generational curse that she broke just because it don't look like the generational curse that you broke, because they made ways for you to be in this now moment, breaking this personal generational curse, which is of the mind now. We are unslaving and untrapping the mind now. Race is not a color, it's a class, if you say so. Because pink is purple. What are we actively healing? Share your gift, your shyness. Some of y'all are very reserved. Some of y'all are just very, very shy people. And I'm sorry. When people say stuff like that, I don't know what y'all mean. You said race is not a color, it's a class. Maybe you should just elaborate for us, because you might be really on to something. And I might be ignorant. I will own that. I will own it. I may be ignorant. Race is not a color, it's a class. Just elaborate for us. Enlighten us a little bit. Help me. Help me understand you, if you can. Help me. Because that just sounds like pink is purple. And purple is red. And yellow is white. I don't know. So Ra, Amun Ra. Ra said, this is what we're healing. You just back yourself into a corner. You shrink yourself real small. You try to dim your light to appease others. And Spirit is saying, like, nah, it's time to share your gift. And that's whatever your gift is. Some of y'all hear that word gift, and all of a sudden you got to be a shaman, you got to be a witch, you got to be a bruja, you got to be a mumble, a wugun. You got to, no, gift is what you came here to bring to this world, okay, you guys? So your gift as a hairstylist, your gift is a nail technician, your gift is a herbalist, your gift is a gardener, your gift is a, I don't know. So Lydia said the same thing. Race is not a class, it's a color. Can somebody elaborate for me what you guys mean? Because I understand what I'm assuming, and I don't want to make an ass out of you and me, but what I'm assuming is you guys are indicating how race was only created in like the early 14th, 1500th century to differentiate. the high class from the low class, right? But what did they use as the indicator for differentiation? Color. Like, I'm not about to sit here and play with y'all niggas. I'm not. Like, I get what y'all saying, right? But let's not do potato one time. Like, am I ignorant? Call me out if I am. Because I'm eager to learn. The wise man knows he knows nothing. I don't know shit. I don't know. But Crystalline Alchemist said, let's move on. I don't know. So Ra came out and said what we're actively healing is this reserved, shy energy that makes us feel like we not supposed to be sharing ourselves and our gifts with others in the world, per se. And that's false. Some of you guys are. Yep, Ra is the sun god, and I don't even like saying Egyptology because I was just learning that the only time that we put ology at the end of something is to like make it seem more mythical. But the reality of it is that's kind of disrespectful to them if this was indeed their belief system. This was their whole religion. So I just want to say to the people, to the Egyptian people, yep, this is Ra, the sun god. Ancestors, what should we keep on doing? I did not want to keep y'all this long, but it is what it is. What are we doing so well that we are being encouraged to just keep on keeping on? What should we keep on doing? You said, so does our gift have something to do with the sun? Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. I believe we get all our information from the sun. So if your gift is in the process of some type of evolution, possibly you might want to sunbathe. You might want to get into more sunlight and get more UV rays and things of that nature. What should we keep on keeping on? Ooh, it's the empathy for me. King Neptune said sensitivity. I like this. Keep on being empathetic. Keep your heart chakra open in this now moment. It's a lot of watery energy, and I just feel this energy of keep being emotionally available. That's what they love that we've done, is how we've opened ourselves up to this emotional availability and what it's calling into our lives as a result of being open. Being open, having your heart chakra open magnetizes a lot of things to you guys right now. So whether you've healed through some pain, whether you've settled, some trauma, this is what they want you to do. Keep allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Keep allowing yourself to be sensitive and empathetic, and, don't allow your heart to harden no matter what life is trying to throw at you right now. They want you to keep on. Some of y'all got the biggest hearts pure, full of gold. But some of those hearts have been taken advantage of in the worst way. And Spirit is asking you to not allow those situations to harden your heart, to turn your heart cold. By no means. Some of y'all been doing a damn good job, but it's getting harder to not keep that same energy. It's getting harder to not reciprocate. It's getting harder to not return to senders. Like, motherfuckers be fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. But Spirit is pretty much saying, vengeance is mine. See, I get fucked up when I quote this book. Because how God will say, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And in the same book say, the Lord is within her, she will not fail. That just sounds like, tag, you're it. So vengeance is the Lord's, but the Lord is me. It's within me. So who, I'm supposed to give vengeance. We supposed to give vengeance. It's confusing. It's confusing. It's confusing. But there is this energy of you doing your due diligence to not keep that same energy, to not be just like the enemy, be just like the person who hurt you, because that's not going to make you feel better either. So if you got a big heart and it is pure gold, keep it that way, no matter what life throws at you, because The enemy genuinely wants you to change who you are at your core. At your core. And that's why I throw so many things worldly. What are quoting that from, Jazz? I thought it was the Bible. Shit, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. The Lord is within her, she will not fail. Don't ask me what book now. It's been a while. But I thought it was the Bible. Yes, Raven, don't let hate in your heart. That's what it's given. That's definitely what it's given. Do not let hate in your heart right now, y'all. Because when it gets in there, it can come in within 5 seconds. Girl, it might take you a year to remove that shit. Comes in quick. I don't know if it leaves that fast. So trying our best to not allow hate into our heart. Ancestors, what do you say? What do you say? What messages do you have for us specifically? Close this out, ancestors. Light your fire. Stop dimming your light, y'all. Some of y'all be stepping into these rooms where everybody else light just be dull. And you come into the room and now you feel like you too much for the room. So you go try to match their energy and spirit is saying, nah, I sent you to be the fire. Stop blowing out your fire. Because some people supposed to look at you and take notes. Some people supposed to look at you in order to look at themselves. Some people's light is supposed to feed off of yours because that's how fire grows, right? Y'all supposed to walk into the room and take their flame and let it build, but you too busy walking into the room, dimming yours down, trying to blow yours out so you can blend in and fit in when genuinely spirit is asking you to stand out. Pele came out. And she said, light your fire. This is giving, you were born to stand out versus fit in. And it's going to be so much easier when you just try to light your fire and keep your fire lit versus constantly appeasing the room or the setting or the space or whatever the case may be. Just because they're offended don't have nothing to do with you sometimes. Just because they uncomfortable don't have nothing to do with you sometimes. Just because, I'm just saying, y'all. Some of y'all change the way that y'all talk when y'all walk into a certain space. Now, give them all the vernacular. Give them all the AAVE. Okay? Give it to them. Some of y'all be trying to tone it down. Calm it down. For what? For who? Says who? Pele is not playing. This is like a... Let's close this out. My neck hurt. I'm ready to do some neck rolls with y'all for yoga in a little bit. Ancestors, speak to our hearts. Speak to our souls. That fire turning back on. If y'all felt like it was just barely sizzling, it's cutting back on right now. I don't know if it's a season shift, a cosmic shift, or just an internal shift, man. That fire is cutting back on. And I just believe it's due time. Like, y'all know how much y'all been dumbing yourselves down. Y'all know how much y'all been dimming y'all lights. Y'all know how much y'all been trying to make other people feel comfortable because you know that your energy is up here, but theirs is down here. So you bring it down a notch for that ass? Nah. Nah. Don't hype me, Orange Moon. You said the lace is lacing. Y'all, when I say I plucked the fuck out this lace, like I could come all up in between this jaw and it's just giving. Oh, sorry, that was the track because it's just the frontal. But yeah, it's giving and it's glueless. So I could just take it off. I love this wig. I really do. It's giving. Thank you guys. Let's close this out though. But yeah, I just feel this energy of you trying to make other people comfortable. You feeling like you too much. You gotta tone it down. You gotta calm it down. You gotta pipe it down. Them. For real, for real. And I'm guilty. Sometimes at work, I call it my politically correct voice. And it's just because I work with a lot of rich white people. And just very important government people. And sometimes I call it my politically correct voice. Sometimes y'all get it too. And it's the voice when I'm really trying to... Thank you so much for the $10, CL. I humbly appreciate it. And I love it here with you guys. I feel like when you want to be taken seriously sometimes, I will choose a certain demeanor to express myself in meetings and, whatever the case may be. But why? Why are we doing that? Why? Let's keep it 100. I'm saying the same shit. I should be taken seriously. And if we continue to take the path of least resistance, that means that we're just conforming to the things that we want to change. I want to be able to come to work and talk the way that I talk and not have people look me in my face as if I'm not to be taken seriously when I'm using the same words, same vocabulary. It's just a different vernacular. Maybe one that you're not accustomed to. But that means that you need to change more than me. You need to be more exposed to other cultures, ethnicities, dialects, and things of that nature. It's nothing wrong with me. So that's why Pele says keep your fire lit. It's nothing wrong with you. You have to make these spaces uncomfortable so that they can change. The spaces need to change to fit more room for you and people like yourself. Not the opposite, because that's what we've been doing. We've been changing. There's something in the past called the respectable negro. The respectable negro was a way for the black man and woman to transition into corporate America with white supremacists. The respectable negro had to dress a certain way. The respectable negro had to talk a certain way, had to groom themselves a certain way, had to act a certain way. But that was to conform for a white supremacist society. That is not natural to the black man's primal nature. And that's why when we see shit like Will Smith punching Chris Rock on the stage, all y'all respectable Negroes had something to say about it. When in African tradition, if I wanted your kingdom, I would fight you. That's all the fuck I would do. If that's our primal nature, every other race and ethnicity need to shut the fuck up about it and make room for black people's culture to coexist. If this is the thing, if white people want to fuck you over, they take you to court. They take your money. They get you fired from your job. That's real evil to me. They fuck with your livelihood. You want to see a man fucked up? Fuck with his pockets. That's the whitey's way. Black people got a problem with you. They call you outside. They tell you pull up. We going to get this square fade, and we going to go about our fucking way. Your life ain't ruined. My life ain't ruined. You still got your shit. I still got my shit. But we got our respect out the way. And that's it. That's the real evil way, if you ask me. It's the way that white people do shit. It's not the way that black people do shit. So all the respectable Negroes showed they ass when Will Smith defended his fucking wife like any black man should. And we may not agree with how he chose to do it, but that's not your fucking house and you not fucking them. So this is a perfect situation to do what? Mind your business. If that's how they handle shit in their household, then that's how they handle shit in their household. And guess what? They kids is raised. They kids is successful. They bills is paid. They family is fed. So mind your goddamn business. All right? All the respectable Negroes show they ass. I can't believe that they acted like that in front of white people. Man, fuck these white people. Why y'all so pressed about making white people comfortable? Real shit. The emotional butlers to white people and shit. Like... And that's why it's no room for black people to have any type of expressions that are truly accepted. And it's because we're constantly conforming. I'm not saying what he did was right. Shit, I'm not saying what he did was wrong. The fuck? I'm just saying mind the business that pays you. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Mind the fucking business that pays us. That's all I'm saying. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. And that, to me, was just none of our fucking business. And it just showed how many black people are programmed to be the respectable Negro. Because as long as white people are proud of you and acceptant of you, that's all that matters. You don't give a fuck about your culture, your primal nature. You don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. You give a fuck about fitting into a table or getting a seat at a table that is not even prepared for you. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? And I think that's what the black man is so fucked up about that shit. It's a huge healing process because I just look down and seen the divine masculine. He want to sit at that table so bad. You wanna know why? Because he don't want to have to start over from scratch. He built the fucking table for them to remove him from it after he built it for them. And it hurts the black man like hell to have to go create a whole nother table from scratch to start over. The whole building process, 400 to 500 years thrown down the fucking drain. That's why they conform. That's why they kiss the white man's ass like that. That's why they take his patriotic ideologies and systems, no matter how much it goes against his primal nature, and they run with it. I feel the black man, why he's pressed to have a seat at that table. He built the table. He built the whole fucking thing, the structure. He was the architect for it all. Just for them to say, you can't sit here. You can't sit with us. The black man got abandonment issues. The black man got FOMO. He got fear of missing out on what he already established and built. And every time the black man tried to go make him a new table, what they do? They bombed it. They flooded it. Y'all really think integration was from an empathetic place? Hell no. They didn't give a fuck that they told the kids that they couldn't go to school with the white kids. They didn't give a fuck that the kids was drinking from a different water fountain. They didn't give a fuck that the kids didn't have equal opportunity. What they gave a fuck about was these black men and these black women got together and created their own banks, their own grocery stores, their own schools, their own every goddamn thing. And now the majority of the population took their fucking dollar out of the economy. Integration was to keep the rich rich. Because black people started making too much money when they didn't want a seat at their table no more. Black people started to become too successful as a community when they didn't want to be a part of that system anymore, or when they were forced not to. You put a black person's back against the wall and they gonna show you, all right, these are cards that I'm dealt. I can't go to your schools. I can't. Okay. Well, shit, we need schools now. Shit, we need grocery stores. Where's the agriculture people? You gonna farm the land? Bet. We need banks. We need this. We need that. You put a black person's back against the wall. Hasn't life shown us all? We gonna figure that shit out. Integration was not because white people felt bad for black people. Integration was not because white people wanted to see black people become equal. Integration was because white people lost when they decided to segregate us, whereas black people won when segregation was a part of our society. So yes, I'm not here for the separation of the human race, but I'm here for the segregation of ethnicities, because time has shown and proved that when black people come together and focus on their communities first and foremost, we benefit. When we put ourselves first, we benefit, period, the most. And if people want to benefit off of us, that's cool. But that's what we need to do. If we at the bottom of the totem pole, I can't be shopping at your businesses even though it got good business. I got to go look for a black business. It's just in me like that. Because I also got a black business. And I want people to have that same ideology when they looking for my service or my product. Come find me first. Because they got a 400 to 500 year start, a head start. Come get us out the way. Come help build us back up. That's what union fait la force means, if you ask me. It's putting yourself and your people and your community, the ones that look just like you, first and foremost. And once we straight, then we can focus on everybody else. So it's not about separation, but it is about segregation. Because integration ain't help us. It ain't help us build shit. It ain't help us own shit. We don't have no 40 acres, no goddamn mule. We don't got nothing to show for integration. But we had so much to show for segregation. So don't get it twisted. Just because motherfuckers want segregation, just because you hear shop black business or black business owned or whatever the case may be, that don't mean that they want separation. That don't mean you can't come up in my store and give me your fucking money. We want y'all dollars too, because y'all been taking our dollars for 400 to 500 years. Give it back. We want y'all dollars too. It's not about separation. It's about segregation. realizing the importance of building up Black businesses because they haven't had a 400 to 500 year head start on that ass. How did I get here? Ancestors, close us out because I am rapping. We are at 84 minutes. And I gotta teach class. I gotta teach class. What is our closing message? Speak to our hearts, speak to our souls. I have no idea what time it is either. A good marriage. Good bed. This symbol suggests love and faithfulness, such as found in a good marriage. All right, y'all. So what to look forward to? The divine masculine. Some of y'all. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, girl, we might as well do it. Been feeling you for a while, girl, I must confess. Girl, let's just get married. I just wanna get married. Meet me at the... I don't know, this is so... Ooh, it's cute. It's like... I just heard my song that I'm gonna walk down the aisle to. Oh my God, some of you guys are about to get married and it's so cool. It's okay, it's giving Valentine's Day. It's giving, I'm not about to take the surprise away. It's giving, okay, if it's not an engagement, it's going to definitely be a promise ring or something like that, like a deeper level of commitment. But I just heard the song I'm going to walk down the aisle to, which is Jennifer Hudson, Giving Myself Over to You, when she be like, I'm giving myself over to you. Body and soul, I'm giving it over. I'm giving myself over to you. I'm giving myself over to you. I can't wait to walk down the aisle to that song. Body and soul, I'm giving it over. Giving myself over to you. That's how somebody feels right now, like they're giving themselves over to you. Like a brand new day, you and I, we are face to face. Ain't nobody got nothing to say, no. This is what I'm feeling. It's never gonna run away. Damn, I want to play that song for y'all, but go listen to it. That's gonna be my wedding song. My ceremony song. Because my daddy is not walking me down the aisle to another man giving me one last name for another. We doing things totally different. My man will have my last name. I will have his. How do I continue your bloodline, but my blood is not a part of the process? We will have each other's last names. Absolutely. Out of my mind. All right, y'all. There's a deeper level of commitment coming into your life. I feel like the divine masculine has something to ask you, something to say. And this week is just filled with a lot of romance and love, it kind of feels like. So be on the lookout for that. I send you guys love, peace, light, and darkness in the perfect amount of balance that you need to sit pretty right in between both energies. If you would like to check out the spiritual shop, all the information is in the description box below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that is also in the description box. If you want to join us on Patreon, that information is down low below. Patreon, today is y'all day. After I teach class, I'm catching up with all content. I did have a death in my family last week, so and I appreciate condolences, but I don't view death like that, so I'm not devastated, guys. I don't see death in the same manner. So definitely, that threw me off a little bit last week as far as my algorithm and my content processing and all of this other stuff. But I'm going to dedicate today to catch up with Patreon content after class. And if you want to join us for class, that information is also on the website. Just go to the services on the website and you should see beginners Vinyasa Flow, Sunday's class, next Friday's class. You'll see all of them already there for you for whatever class you want to take. So until next time, soul family, be nicer to yourselves. Period.